chosen one. This is who you will soon become. Even you won't recognize yourself. You were not brought here by accident, and this moment carries a deep and powerful purpose that your heart has been quietly waiting to understand, because something within you is about to awaken in a way that will gently change everything you once believed about yourself and your life. There is a transformation unfolding that cannot be rushed or forced, and yet it is already moving closer with every breath you take, shaping you into someone stronger, calmer, and filled with a kind of peace that the world cannot take away. Type 999 if you believe. This change is not loud or dramatic at first, but it is steady, real, and guided by a love that sees every hidden part of you and still calls you forward without hesitation or doubt. You are being prepared in ways you may not fully understand yet, and if you stay here and keep reading with an open heart, you may begin to feel that quiet shift starting even now. Please take a moment to like this video, because this simple act helps this message reach someone else who may be searching for hope and comfort just like you. There has been a long season where you felt unseen, where your efforts seemed unnoticed, and your prayers felt like they were echoing into silence. But that time was never empty or wasted, because God was carefully shaping your spirit in the quiet places where no one else could see the work being done. You were being strengthened from the inside, learning patience, learning trust, and learning how to stand even when everything around you felt uncertain and heavy. Type 2323 if you agree. The truth is that what you are about to become could not have been formed in comfort or ease, because it required a deeper understanding of faith and a stronger connection to God's presence in your life. Every tear, every moment of confusion, and every silent prayer has been part of a greater plan that is now beginning to reveal itself in a gentle but powerful way. As this transformation continues to unfold, you may begin to notice that your thoughts are becoming clearer, your heart feels lighter, and the things that once troubled you no longer hold the same power over your spirit. This is not because your life has suddenly become perfect, but because you are being changed from within by a love that is steady, patient, and unshakable. Jesus has been walking beside you through every moment, even when you could not feel his presence, guiding you softly toward a new version of yourself that reflects his peace and his strength. This new self is not something distant or unreachable, but something that has been growing quietly within you, waiting for the right moment to come forward. There will be a time very soon when you will look back at who you used to be and realize how far you have come. And that realization will fill your heart with a deep sense of gratitude and awe that words cannot fully express. You will see that the person you once were, with all the doubts and fears, was only a beginning, a starting point for something far more beautiful and meaningful. God has never lost sight of who you were meant to become, and even in your weakest moments, he has been guiding you closer to that truth with gentle hands and a patient heart. The changes you are experiencing may feel unfamiliar at times, and there may be moments when you do not fully recognize yourself or understand why your desires, your thoughts, and your feelings are shifting in new directions. This is not something to fear or resist, because it is a sign that you are growing beyond old limitations and stepping into a new level of faith and understanding. You are becoming someone who sees life through a different lens, someone who is not easily shaken by circumstances, but instead grounded in a deeper sense of peace and trust. God is not asking you to become someone else in a forced or unnatural way, but rather to become more fully who he created you to be from the very beginning, before fear and doubt tried to shape your identity. This transformation is about returning to that original truth, that place of strength, love, and purpose that has always been within you. It is about shedding the weight of past pain and stepping into a new light that reveals your true identity as someone deeply loved and carefully guided. There is a quiet confidence that will begin to grow within you, not loud or prideful, but calm and steady, like a gentle assurance that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This confidence does not come from the world, but from a deep connection to God's presence in your life, reminding you that you are never alone and never without purpose. As you continue on this path, you will find that your heart is more open, your spirit is more at peace, and your life begins to reflect a beauty that comes from within. Even when challenges arise, as they always do in life, You will face them with a different perspective, one that is rooted in faith rather than fear. You will begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to grow stronger and to trust more deeply in God's plan for you. This shift in perspective is part of the transformation that is taking place, helping you become someone who is resilient, hopeful, and filled with a quiet strength that cannot be easily shaken. The journey ahead is not about perfection or having everything figured out, but about continuing to walk forward with faith even when the path is not fully clear. It is about trusting that God is guiding each step even when you cannot see the entire picture, and believing that the changes you are experiencing are leading you towards something good and meaningful. You are being shaped into someone who carries light within them, someone who brings peace and comfort to others simply by being who they are. What if wealth was never about chance, but about a hidden brain signal that stayed buried in classified records? This powerful frequency is now opening doors, attracting fresh opportunities and transforming lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to bring prosperity into their lives in ways they never imagined possible. Click the link in the description and comments now, and turn on the money-attracting brainwave today. There will come a moment when you will fully step into this new version of yourself, and it will feel both new and deeply familiar at the same time, like returning home after a long journey. You will recognize that this is who you were always meant to be, and that every step of your journey has led you to this place of understanding and peace. The transformation may have been slow and quiet, but its impact will be lasting and powerful, touching every part of your life in ways you never expected. There was a time when your identity felt tied to your struggles, when the weight of past mistakes and disappointments seemed to define your worth. But that version of you is slowly being lifted away by a grace that refuses to let you remain in that place of heaviness. You are being invited into a new understanding of who you are, not based on what you have gone through, but based on how deeply you are loved and how carefully your life is being guided by God's steady hand. As this transformation unfolds, you may notice that your reactions to situations begin to shift in a quiet and meaningful way, because the things that once caused deep frustration or fear now meet a different response within you, one that is softer, more patient, and filled with a kind of wisdom that feels beyond your own understanding. This is not because you are ignoring life's challenges, but because you are being strengthened at your core, becoming someone who carries peace even in moments of uncertainty. The presence of Jesus in your life is shaping this change, gently reminding you that your strength does not come from controlling every outcome, but from trusting in the love that is guiding you through each moment. There is a deep healing taking place in areas of your heart that you may have thought would never fully recover, places where pain once lived quietly, influencing your thoughts and your sense of self in ways you did not always recognize. God has not forgotten those hidden wounds, and He is not asking you to ignore them or pretend they never existed, but instead He is bringing a gentle restoration that replaces that pain with peace and understanding. You are being renewed from within, not in a rushed or overwhelming way, but in a steady and compassionate process that honors your journey and respects your growth. Type 1111 if you trust in God. This healing will begin to show itself in your relationships as well, as you find yourself responding with more kindness, more patience, and more understanding than before. Even in situations where you once felt overwhelmed or misunderstood, you are becoming someone who carries light into the lives of others, not because you are trying to prove anything, but because the love within you is growing naturally and cannot be hidden. This is part of who you are becoming, someone whose presence brings comfort and peace, someone whose words carry a quiet strength that lifts others without effort. There may still be moments when old thoughts try to return, when doubt whispers familiar lies about your worth or your future, but those voices will not have the same power they once held over you, because you are no longer rooted in the same place of uncertainty. You are learning to recognize those thoughts without allowing them to define you, and this awareness is a sign of how far you have already come. God is guiding you into a place where your identity is no longer shaped by fear but by truth, a truth that is steady, loving, and unchanging. As you continue walking forward, you may feel a stronger desire for peace over chaos, for truth over confusion, and for love over anything that brings heaviness into your spirit. This is not something that needs to be forced, because it is growing naturally within you as part of this transformation. You are being drawn closer to what truly matters, and slowly the things that once distracted or troubled you begin to lose their hold. This shift may feel subtle at first, but over time it becomes clearer, revealing a new direction that is aligned with the life God is leading you toward. There is also a new level of clarity that will begin to rise within you, helping you see situations and decisions with a deeper understanding than before, as if a quiet light is guiding your thoughts and helping you move forward with confidence and peace. This clarity does not mean that every answer will come instantly, but it brings a calm assurance that you are not lost, and that each step you take is part of a greater plan unfolding in your life. Jesus is present in this process, offering guidance in ways that may not always be obvious, but are always filled with love and purpose. Type yes to affirm. This transformation is not about becoming perfect or never making mistakes, but about becoming more aware, more grounded, and more connected to the truth of who you are. You are learning to walk with a sense of peace that does not depend on circumstances, but comes from a deeper place within your spirit. This peace becomes your foundation, helping you remain steady even when life feels uncertain, and reminding you that you are always held in God's care. There will be moments of reflection where you look at your life and realize that the changes within you are real and lasting, even if they happened quietly over time. You will begin to see how your perspective has shifted, how your heart has softened, and how your strength has grown in ways you may not have expected. These moments will bring a quiet joy, a sense of gratitude for the journey you have walked and the growth that has taken place within you. Inside your mind is a small region connected to achievement and abundance, once concealed within restricted research and classified documents. This newly disclosed frequency is helping people replace financial pressure with calm and balance, and God has guided you to encounter this at just the right time. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. As you step further into this new version of yourself, you will also begin to understand that your journey is not only for you, but for others as well. The peace you carry, the strength you have gained, and the love that is growing within you will naturally extend to those around you, touching lives in ways you may never fully see. You are becoming someone who reflects God's love in a real and tangible way, not through grand gestures, but through simple acts of kindness, understanding, and presence. Even in moments when you feel unsure or overwhelmed, remember that this transformation is not dependent on your ability to have everything figured out, but on your willingness to continue walking forward with faith. God is not expecting perfection, but trust, a trust that allows Him to guide you through each step with patience and care. You are not alone in this journey, and you never have been, even in the times when it felt like you were walking by yourself. There is a deep and lasting change taking place within you, one that will continue to grow and unfold in ways that are both beautiful and meaningful. You are becoming someone who is not defined by the past, but shaped by love, guided by faith, and strengthened by a connection that cannot be broken. This is who you are becoming, and as this truth continues to reveal itself, you will begin to see yourself in a new light, one that reflects the depth of God's love and the purpose He has placed within you. You are stepping into a new awareness that feels gentle but steady, as if a soft light is beginning to fill every hidden corner of your heart, bringing clarity where there was once confusion and peace where there was once restlessness. This is not a sudden change that comes and goes, but a lasting shift that continues to grow stronger with time, guiding you into a life that feels more aligned, more grounded, and more deeply connected to God's presence. There was a season when you tried to hold everything together on your own, when you carried burdens that were never meant for you to carry alone, and that weight left you feeling tired in ways that were difficult to explain. Even in those moments, God never stepped away from you, and Jesus never stopped walking beside you, even when your strength felt like it was fading and your hope felt distant. Now, as this transformation continues, you are learning to release that weight, to trust that you do not have to control every outcome, and to rest in a peace that comes from knowing you are being guided with care and intention. This new version of yourself is not driven by fear or pressure, but by a quiet confidence that grows from within, reminding you that you are supported, that you are loved, and that your life is unfolding with purpose. You are beginning to notice that your reactions are calmer, your thoughts are clearer, and your heart is more open to both giving and receiving love without hesitation. This is the result of a deeper connection forming within you, one that is rooted in faith and strengthened by the constant presence of God in your life. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. As you continue on this path, you may find that certain things that once held your attention or caused you stress no longer have the same importance, and this shift can feel unfamiliar at first. It may feel like you are leaving behind parts of yourself that once felt necessary, but in truth, you are releasing what no longer serves your growth and making space for something greater. God is gently guiding you away from what drains your spirit and toward what nourishes it, helping you build a life that reflects peace, purpose, and truth. There is also a deeper sense of understanding growing within you, a quiet wisdom that allows you to see beyond the surface of situations and recognize the lessons and meaning within them. You are becoming more patient, more compassionate, and more aware of the needs of others, not because you are trying to change who you are, but because your heart is expanding in ways that feel natural and true. Jesus is shaping your character through every experience, turning even the difficult moments into opportunities for growth and deeper connection. At times you may feel a sense of distance from who you used to be, as if you are slowly becoming someone new, and this feeling can bring both comfort and uncertainty. It is important to understand that this distance is not a loss but a sign of growth, a reflection of how far you have come and how much you have evolved. You are not losing yourself, but discovering your true self, the person God created you to be, free from the weight of past fears and limitations. Type 1919 to receive miracles. This transformation will also bring a new kind of strength into your life, one that is not loud or forceful, but steady and enduring. You will find yourself able to face challenges with a sense of calm that surprises you because you are no longer relying only on your own strength, but on a deeper trust in God's guidance. This strength allows you to move forward without fear, to make decisions with clarity, and to stand firm even when circumstances feel uncertain. There is a growing sense of peace within you that cannot be easily shaken, a peace that comes from knowing that you are not alone and that your life is held in loving hands. This peace becomes your anchor, helping you remain grounded even when the world around you feels unstable. It is a quiet assurance that everything is unfolding as it should, even when you cannot see the full picture. As this journey continues, you may begin to notice that your presence has a different effect on those around you, that your calmness brings comfort, and your words carry a sense of understanding that others are drawn to. Place within you. You are becoming someone who reflects God's love in a simple and genuine way, someone who brings light into the lives of others without even realizing it. A little-known 7-second morning habit that was once confined to CIA documents is now resurfacing in public view, and people are already noticing rapid financial improvements. It only takes a few seconds to do, yet it activates a dormant wealth center in the brain that most individuals never tap into. Click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it disappears. There will still be moments when you feel unsure, when old thoughts or fears try to return, but those moments will pass more quickly, and they will no longer define you in the way they once did. You are learning to recognize those feelings without allowing them to take control, and this awareness is a sign of your growth and your increasing strength. God is guiding you into a place where your identity is rooted in truth, not in temporary emotions or circumstances. You are also being prepared for new opportunities, for moments that will require you to step forward with confidence and trust, even when you do not feel completely ready. These opportunities are not meant to overwhelm you, but to help you grow, to show you what you are capable of, and to bring you closer to the life that has been prepared for you. Jesus is guiding you through this preparation, helping you build the strength and faith you need for what lies ahead. There is a sense of renewal happening within you, as if your spirit is being refreshed and your heart is being filled with a new kind of hope. This hope is not based on circumstances but on a deep trust that God is working in your life in ways that are good and meaningful. It is a hope that remains steady even when things feel uncertain, reminding you that you are moving forward even when progress feels slow. The person you are becoming is someone who carries peace, who walks with faith, and who trusts in the journey even when the path is not fully clear. You are becoming someone who sees life through a lens of love and understanding, someone who is not easily shaken by challenges but remains steady and grounded in truth. This transformation is not temporary, but lasting, shaping every part of your life in ways that will continue to unfold over time. As you continue to grow, remember that this journey is not about reaching a final destination, but about becoming more aligned with who you are meant to be with each step you take. Every moment, every experience, and every change is part of a greater story that is being written with care and purpose. You are not behind, you are not lost, and you are not forgotten because God is guiding you exactly where you need to be. There is something beautiful happening within you, something that cannot be rushed or forced, but can only be allowed to unfold in its own time. As this quiet transformation continues to move through your life, there is a deeper layer now being revealed, one that touches the very core of how you understand your purpose and your place in this world. You are no longer walking in the same uncertainty that once surrounded your thoughts because something within you has begun to settle into a calm and steady awareness that your life is not random or without direction. There is a sense of alignment growing within your spirit, a feeling that you are being positioned exactly where you need to be, even if the full picture is not yet visible to your eyes. There was a time when waiting felt heavy, when every delay felt like a setback, and every unanswered moment created a quiet tension within your heart that was difficult to carry. That season is slowly losing its hold over you because you are beginning to understand that waiting was never meant to break you, but to build something strong and lasting within your spirit. God was not keeping anything from you, but preparing you for something greater than what you could have imagined at the time, shaping your patience, your faith, and your ability to trust beyond what you could see. Now, as you move forward, you are stepping into a new rhythm, one that is not rushed or driven by pressure, but guided by a sense of peace that allows you to move with clarity and confidence. You are learning to listen more deeply, to trust more fully, and to recognize the gentle direction that God is placing before you. This new rhythm brings a calm assurance that you are not falling behind, but moving exactly as you should, at a pace that is designed specifically for your journey. Type 6666 if you trust Jesus. There is also a deeper connection forming between your heart and the presence of Jesus, a connection that feels more personal, more real, and more constant than before. You are beginning to sense His guidance not just in moments of prayer, but in the quiet spaces of your daily life, in the thoughts that bring peace, and in the decisions that feel right, even without clear explanation. This connection is strengthening you from within, helping you walk with a sense of purpose that does not depend on external validation or approval. As this connection grows, you may notice that your desires are shifting in subtle but meaningful ways, as if your heart is being gently redirected toward things that bring lasting peace rather than temporary satisfaction. This is not a loss but a gain, a movement toward a life that is more aligned with truth and more connected to what truly matters. You are being guided away from what once distracted you and toward what will fulfill you in a deeper and more lasting way. There is also a growing sense of courage within you, not the kind that seeks attention or recognition, but a quiet strength that allows you to stand firm in your beliefs and move forward even when the path feels uncertain. This courage is not something you are forcing, but something that is rising naturally as your faith becomes stronger and your trust in God becomes more rooted. You are becoming someone who is not easily shaken by the opinions of others or by the changing circumstances around you. Type 2020 to claim miracles. A newly revealed 7-second brainwave method backed by neuroscience and once hidden in classified documents is helping thousands activate their brain's wealth setting. People refer to it as the money magnet sound because of how quickly it appears to attract abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. This courage will guide you into new spaces, into opportunities that may feel unfamiliar at first, but are perfectly aligned with the person you are becoming. You may feel a sense of hesitation as you step into these moments, but there will also be a quiet knowing within you that you are ready, even if you do not feel completely prepared. God is not sending you into these moments alone, but walking with you, providing the strength and clarity you need as you move forward. There is also a deeper level of peace settling into your heart, one that remains steady even when life brings unexpected changes or challenges. This peace is not dependent on everything going smoothly, but on a deeper trust that no matter what happens, you are being held and guided. It allows you to respond to situations with calmness and clarity, rather than reacting out of fear or uncertainty. This peace becomes a foundation that supports you through every moment, reminding you that you are never alone. As you continue to grow, you may find that your perspective on life becomes more expansive, allowing you to see beyond immediate circumstances and understand that there is always a greater purpose unfolding. You are beginning to see that even the difficult moments carry meaning, that every experience contributes to your growth, and that nothing in your journey has been wasted. This understanding brings a sense of acceptance and gratitude that softens your heart and strengthens your spirit. There is also a new level of freedom emerging within you, a freedom that comes from letting go of the need to control every outcome and trusting that God's plan is greater than your own understanding. This freedom allows you to live more fully in the present, to appreciate the beauty of each moment, and to move forward without the weight of constant worry. You are learning to release what you cannot control and to focus on what you can, which is your faith, your trust, and your willingness to keep moving forward. The person you are becoming is someone who carries a deep sense of purpose, even in the smallest actions and decisions. You are beginning to understand that your life has meaning beyond what you can see, that your presence matters, and that the way you live and interact with others has a lasting impact. This awareness brings a sense of responsibility, but also a sense of joy, because you are living in alignment with something greater than yourself. There will be moments when you look at your life and feel a sense of wonder at how much has changed. Even if those changes happen quietly and gradually over time, you will see that you are no longer the same person you once were, that your thoughts, your reactions, and your understanding have all evolved in meaningful ways. This realization will bring a deep sense of gratitude, not just for where you are now, but for the journey that brought you here. You are also becoming more aware of the importance of staying connected to God, of taking time to be still, to listen, and to allow His presence to guide your heart and your mind. This connection becomes a source of strength and clarity, helping you navigate each day with confidence and peace. It is not something that requires effort or pressure, but something that grows naturally as you continue to trust and open your heart. As you move forward, remember that this transformation is not something that will suddenly stop or reach a final point, but something that will continue to grow and deepen throughout your life. You are on a journey of becoming, of unfolding into the person you were always meant to be, guided by love, strengthened by faith, and supported by a presence that never leaves you. There is something truly beautiful taking place within you, something that is shaping your life in ways that are both powerful and gentle. You are becoming someone who reflects peace, who carries light, and who lives with a sense of purpose that cannot be easily shaken. This is who you are becoming, and as this truth continues to unfold, you will find yourself stepping into a life that feels more aligned, more meaningful, and more deeply connected to the love that has been guiding you all along. The deeper you step into this quiet transformation, the more you begin to sense that something sacred is unfolding within you. Something that is not shaped by the outside world, but by a gentle and constant work happening in your spirit. You are no longer the same person who once felt lost in uncertainty, because now there is a steady awareness growing inside you that your life is being guided with care, intention, and a love that never fades. This awareness is not loud or overwhelming, but calm and reassuring, like a soft voice reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment.